I think it is just prioritize it. And prioritizing means taking some time out every day on a daily basis to um, evolve ourselves spiritually. And that spiritually also means not according to what we feel and think is right, not according to what the majority of the people say, not like that. Because 10,000 people are doing this, it must be right. That's not true. So, if our spirituality, first of all, prioritizing it, keeping a time fixed, and not giving it up, not that when we feel like doing it, we'll do it. Thirdly, spirituality, our spirituality, if it is not a qualified guru who talks on the basis of scriptures, not on the basis of what his mind tells him. So, if our spirituality is based on scriptures, then it's very easy to advance, prioritize things, understand. So this is something that we need to do. We have to take time.
There is no connection between the two. I think both can happen simultaneously. Secondly, historically we've had the Gurukul system in India, and we in fact are so lucky and so blessed because the exposure just comes naturally. Everyone around us is somehow spiritually attuned. So it's just natural for our kids to fall into this. And of course, as parents, we need to be very careful. We are the number one influence in a child's life. And if we start from home, I think that's a great step to begin. Secondly, even if the kid is going to an Ivy League school or wherever, which is great for the child's exposure, etc., a spiritual balance can happen regardless. In my opinion.
Totally agree to you, Kajal. And I personal experience, my father used to read me the Gita when I was a child, and the first books which I got was Twinkle comics, which had stories about, I don't know how authentic they were, but I know the stories of Mahabharata and the Indian scriptures. But like Prabhuji said, be very careful. Whatever you're reading and teaching your kids have to come directly from the scriptures or from people like him, who basically read from the scriptures and explain. So yes, we have to start from home. So that comes to my next question. Prabhuji, religion and spirituality, are they interchangeable according to you?
Religion and spirituality is synonymous. So religion means dharma, our true duty. Dharma does not mean Hinduism, Christianity, Islam. Dharma means our eternal duty, constitutional position. To love God, to serve God, that is religion. Just like the nature of sugar is to be sweet. That's the dharma of sugar. Nature of water is to be liquid. That is the dharma of water. Similarly, dharma of each living entity is to love God, to serve God. And at no point we can give it up. And spirituality is a set of practices to realize this goal. So both complete each other. They are not independent. They are interrelated, interconnected. Spirituality is a set of practices to realize our true religion. So I am spiritual but not religious, the latest fashion. So you can't be spiritual without being religious. In the sense, so religion means, in one sense, when people say I'm spiritual but not religious, mostly what they want to say is, oh, they don't follow any rituals, they're not connected, they don't follow any path, but they have a label. I'm also spiritual. I do things my way. That's not true spirituality. In any field, when we want to learn something, we go to a teacher. If everything could be done the way we like, why do you send your children to schools? Why do we need somebody who wants to learn football? There are coaches who teach you according to ancient techniques. Cricket, in any field there is a teacher required. from an authorized institution. That gives weight to what we learn. Similarly, that same teacher in spirituality is known as Guru. And there is an institution. Now we can exercise our discrimination power to choose the right institution, right Guru. And that's what we need to do. And not just go with the majority. Or somebody is so famous, somebody is a good orator. That doesn't define a spiritualist. It's the purity of the heart. So there we can exercise our power of discrimination. And then there's no way we can call ourselves spiritual and advance spiritually without taking shelter of a bona fide Guru. Independent mindset is something that we need to give up, because that's why disciple, discipline, they are synonymous. Who needs discipline? One who's acting whimsically. And we all act whimsically. So then there is a Guru who teaches, this is not right, this is not to be done. So he brings discipline into our life. Just like schools bring discipline into our life. Teachers bring discipline. So usi tarah se. So spirituality and religion, they are synonymous. They are not independent of each other. They have to go hand in hand. Hare Krishna.
Kajal, I have a question. If the audience still don't have questions, you do? Okay, I'll
Anyone
just...
has any question,
Please.
please feel free to ask.
I'm going to ask one question to Kajal, that your upbringing in your home, did it affect you spiritually and being connected to a religion? Your upbringing at your home.
Yes, absolutely. My family has always been spiritual, religious. As Prabhuji said, it's one and the same thing. My family has always exposed my sister and me to the Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam. We've had sessions at home. My grandparents have always performed pujas. So we've seen it, and it's been a part of our life ever since we were growing up. And I think that has played a major role in my life. And I'd like to carry that forth for my to-be baby.
Any questions?
Prabhuji, in recent times now,
Kajal ma'am, we all know your mom to be, and what is the first thing you will teach to your son or a daughter?